The Congress party, ending days of suspense, decided to hand over the reins of the grand old party to UPA chairperson and party's chief for 19 years, Sonia Gandhi. The party announced its decision late on Saturday to appoint her as an interim chief till the AICC elections could elect a permanent president of the party, sending out a message that the old guard of the Congress has prevailed yet again.
कार्य समिति ने एक स्वर से यह निर्णय लिया कि श्रीमती सोनिया गांधी कांग्रेस अध्यक्ष का इंटरिम पद संभालें जब तक कि अखिल भारतीय कांग्रेस कमेटी के सत्र में एक रेगुलर कांग्रेस अध्यक्ष का चुनाव नहीं हो जाता.
The move to make Sonia Gandhi in charge for the time being comes at the backdrop of the party unable to decide on Rahul Gandhi's successor. When he stepped down as the Congress president, Rahul Gandhi had recommended that no member of the Gandhi family should be considered for the post. Now it seems neither the party believes it can depend on a new leader nor the readiness of the Gandhi family to hand over the baton just yet.
Sonia Gandhi is the new Congress president. Sonia Gandhi is the new कांग्रेस प्रेसिडेंट.
अध्यक्ष है और हम आभारी हैं. सोनिया जी ने सबका आग्रह स्वीकार किया. तो हम चाहते थे राहुल गांधी जी बने रहें. हम लोगों ने बहुत उनसे आग्रह किया, मगर उन्होंने कहा नहीं, मैं उत्तरदायित्व के सिद्धांत का प्रतिपादन करना चाहता हूं, और उन्होंने अपना त्यागपत्र वापस लेने से इनकार कर दिया. तो ऐसी स्थिति में हम सब ने आग्रह किया और सोनिया जी ने उस आग्रह को स्वीकार किया.
And senior BJP leader Shivraj Singh Chauhan has hit out at the move. He says the dynasty politics was rejected in the last general election, but the Congress party did not learn from it and still wants Rahul Gandhi and Sonia Gandhi to lead the party.
ऐसा लगता है कांग्रेस के नेताओं में दम नहीं है. परजीवी हो गए, परजीवी. अमर बेल की तरह केवल एक परिवार पर चढ़कर हम राजनीति करेंगे, लेकिन अब उस परिवार का करिश्मा ही नहीं बचा है. जनता ने पूरी तरह से नकार दिया है और राहुल गांधी तो रणछोड़ गांधी बन गए. बेहतर यह होता है कि पार्टी अपनी नई लीडरशिप तय करती. अगर कांग्रेस के ठूंठ से नई कोपल फूटना है तो परिवारवाद छोड़ना पड़ेगा, स्वाभाविक लीडरशिप डेवलप करनी पड़ेगी, लोकतांत्रिक तरीके से डेमोक्रेटिक रास्ते पर चलकर, ताकि नई प्रतिभाएं उभरें, और नहीं तो कांग्रेस को कोई बचा नहीं.
All right, let's start the debate now. From the BJP, Mr. Sudhanshu Mittal is joining me live. Chetan Singh is here with me in the studio, political analyst. Mr. Sriram Curry, resident editor of the Deccan Chronicle, joining me from Hyderabad. And Sumit Peer, political analyst, joins me over Skype. Thank you all very much for joining me. Mr. Sriram Curry, let me start with you. This clearly seems like a step back for the Congress party to move forward. How are you looking at this move? Because essentially this undoes everything which pertains to Rahul Gandhi and him taking over as the party president and leading the party into the Lok Sabha elections. Is this also big failure on the part of the Congress? How are you looking at it?
Sana, I agree with you, and I think most people in India who are looking forward to Congress seeing this defeat as an opportunity to change its style of leadership, to showcase it has a stern DNA to recreate itself to the needs of the time, are very disappointed. It's an extremely sad day for Rahul Gandhi. Not only did the country reject the Congress party under his leadership, his own party and family have rejected his view that there should not be a person from the Gandhi family at the helm of the Congress party, even as an interim president. It also showcases that Sonia Gandhi, who last time rose to this position on the back of a tragedy, this time has risen on the back of a farce of this kind. For all these weeks we were told a new president will come, somebody young, all kinds of names were speculated, old guard, young, Jyotiraditya Scindia, Sachin Pilot, Mukul Vasnik, and so on and so forth. That Congress party has firmly told this country that more than the idea of India, it is very closely holding to heart the idea of Congress first. And the idea of Congress is that the family is the only recourse. All else will be anarchy. So it's a very sad day. At a time when Indian democracy needs opposition, Congress has let down all those who believed Congress would rise up to the occasion.
Right. Mr. Sudhanshu Mittal, of course, the BJP would be smirking when this news was announced. How are you looking at developments within the Congress? Do you think it is the Gandhis who are unable to, come to terms, leaving the top post within the Congress, or is it the Congress party and the leaders who cannot accept now anybody else other than a Gandhi leading them?
I'm sure I'm very happy that you try to make a distinction between the Gandhi family and the congressmen. On the Gandhi family side, to me, it's the worst demonstration of a feudal mindset. The acceptance of the fact that Congress is Gandhi's and Gandhis are the Congress. This is only reflective of that. But what is more critical is, why has this entire drama been orchestrated? Obviously at the instance of the Gandhi family. Why? Because at the time of the loss in Lok Sabha elections, so that the accountability of the loss is not fixed on the Gandhi family, very conveniently the son resigns to the mother. The mother accepts, and now the mother chooses to replace the son. Before this, the son had replaced the mother. So the musical chair between the family seemed to be continuing. So this is the side of the Congress, the Gandhi family. The side of the Congress leadership is more disturbing. It is an acknowledgement of the dynastic slavery they have subjected themselves to. I mean, the lack of confidence and self-reliance, but in the Congress ethos itself, is well demonstrated by the worst psychopathy which was exhibited in the last couple of days. हाय हाय हम अनाथ हो जाएंगे, हमें बचाओ, सिर्फ नेहरू गांधी फैमिली हमें बचा सकती है. So at both the ends,
right,
and see, the Gandhi family has always excelled in having all authority, no accountability, no responsibility, and this is just an extension of the same mindset. So, well, but at the end of the day, it's their internal matter.
Right. So you're saying this thought is so deeply ingrained within the Congress's leadership that they themselves are unable to break free of the shackles of the thought that it has to be a Gandhi who will lead the Congress party and nobody else. They're still sticking on with Sonia Gandhi, saying that she will lead the party as an interim chief. What happens in the long run, we'll have to wait and watch. But Chetan Singh, Mr. Sriram Karri brought about how Sonia Gandhi stepped into politics in the first place because of a tragedy. In 1998, the same thing happened. The Congress was in tatters and she sort of revived the party. Today, do you think she can help in the resurrection of the party, or is she there only going to spell doomsday for the Congress, so to speak, at this point? Because assembly elections are also just around the corner.
See, I agree with Mr. Shriram, what he has mentioned. Even 98, I'm going to say in 89, in 80-84, Congress party got a fantastic seats and BJP was just reduced to 2. And 89, they lost us because of the VP Singh ji. The kind of, controversy he has orchestrated at that given point of time. See, in politics, you will keep on finding these kinds of up and down. So this is a part and parcel of politics.
But today the mood of the nation is different. The moment you talk about the Gandhis, dynastic politics is the first thing that comes to mind, and that is also the BJP has been playing up.
I agree. I 100% agree to you. See, if you're going to talk about mood of the nation, I'm going to say about the interest of the nation is also the most important. So this political party is 134 years old and the 7th oldest party in the world. They have seen these ups and downs, and therefore from last 2.5 months there was no president. However, the entire process on ground was working. Everybody was supporting and they were working in their own area. And when the CWC meeting held for such a long hours, they came down to one decision that Priyanka Gandhi to become president. Then since Rahul Gandhi made it very much clear that nobody is going to come from the Gandhi family. But however, we must not forget, it is the people who has elected, it is not selected again and again. See, Rahul Gandhi ji made it very much clear, and the BJP has always questioned him, always attacked him because of this particular reason. Therefore, he has made himself very much clear. And now, if you're going to talk about Sonia Gandhi ji, see, in 2004 and 2009, you have seen that twice they got the, government, twice, they served the country for 2 terms. BJP has yet not been able to break that record of 2 terms. So what I'm trying to say here is that it's a time to wait and watch. These are the trying times of Indian politics.
It seems on course. But you said that the mood of the nation, but also the interest of the nation has to be kept in mind. But what's in the interest of the nation? Can the Congress, a party that can barely take control of its own workings, take care of the interest of the nation? I think that's also a very big question. First, they have to get their house in order. Sumit Peer, please come in.
Let's recall the debate what we had yesterday on your channel with Saurabh on the same issue, CWC meeting. I was candid in saying Congress is a star architecture. It works on a hub and spoke model. You change the dimensions of the spoke, the wheel will not turn. So I say you can nominate Scindia ji, you can nominate Sachin Pilot, Mr. Kharge, anybody. But anybody who will run the Congress at the end of the day is from the Nehru Gandhi family. Because whenever you try to dislodge this family, the Congress breaks. Look, there have been 3 instances in the past. So these 4 or 5 groups coming together and trying to do something, it's not going to work out within the government structure, because if you try to do it, it will work out, it will break. Another interesting aspect which I brought up yesterday was that, you see, what did Mr. Rahul Gandhi do? He's a master politician in one way. At the end of the parliamentary elections, you told him, look, you were responsible for the laws, the Congress is reduced to 52, you should resign. He goes back and on the 25th of May, he resigns. It's 75 days now. He says, okay, guys, I'm walking out. Go and find a new leader. Go and try to find a person who can unify everybody and fix the Congress and run the Congress. What happens after 77 days? Everybody comes back, bows on the knees and says, sir, you or your mother or your sister kindly take over. The essay test or the case study they made was Karnataka. When the Karnataka government was breaking down in pieces, when D.K. Shivakumar was in Mumbai, there was nobody to help him because people, Congress leaders, Mr. Milan Devra and Sanjay Nirupam, they turn up at 2 in the afternoon. 7-8 hours that fellow from Bangalore is trying to, struggle in Mumbai. There's nobody coming out. What is the case message you send out? Okay, now Rahul Gandhi, Sonia ji is out of the picture. Now guys, come on. If you can make the Congress work it. You will lose state after state. And your all political fortunes will be dwindled. So as long as it's not the Nehru Gandhi family, sorry, it's not going to work. I have been maintaining this always. It's going to be Rahul Gandhi, it's going to be Priyanka Gandhi, or it's going to be Sonia Gandhi ji. Forget anybody else. And let me tell you
in a nutshell, though the Congress still maintains that the AICC elections will be held and Sonia Gandhi is just the interim chief. Mr. Sudhanshu Mittal, yes, you'd like to come in, please.
Mrs. Sumit has vindicated what I was saying. I was saying that this entire tamasha has been orchestrated by the Gandhi family itself to escape the accountability of the loss of the election. So very conveniently, Mr. Rahul Gandhi says, I am resigning. The family will not run the show. Let somebody else do it. Very well planning and orchestrating it in such a way that at the end of the day, everybody is coming with a begging bowl. No sir, no ma'am, no lady. We cannot survive. We are doomed without you. So please, we beg you with folded hands, take over the leadership. This is exactly what they wanted, so that nobody questions and says, you failed in your leadership.
The worrying thing over here is, let it be orchestrated, Mr. Sudhanshu Mittal, but the fact that the Congress party believes that now Sonia Gandhi will resurrect the party from its lowest point in decades, that is baffling. Chetan Singh, you want to come in. How will the Congress do that? There are assembly elections coming up in 4 key states. You've had defections in Maharashtra. You've had your Jharkhand state chief quit just 48 hours ago. What's the Congress party thinking right now?
See, again, there's a lot of, decision-making activities and exercises which are taking place in the Congress. And now, since last night, with this reshuffle and rejig of the Congress party, you will going to find a lot of changes which are going to happen on ground, which are already there. There are people who are abandoning the party and joining because of their own self-interest. And you see, I have just heard Mr. Mittal so passionately, they talk about Congress party. However, I really wonder, they've got a mandate for a variety of other factors which they have not been able to address. You look at the unemployment issue, look at, what is happening to the employment, you look at what is happening to the poverty, you look at the flood situation in our country, what not is happening. But why, they're just tapping on these kind of emotions,
but that is
factors,
precisely
and
the
also
point,
the
Chetan
Congress
Singh.
party.
Those are issues that the opposition needs to take up, but the opposition is failing to speak in one voice.
If you remember, Sanaji, 2 days back I was watching your show, and you raised this point that Rahul Gandhi ji has called up the Prime Minister of our country, and he has taken the stock of the situation of flood. So therefore, do not say that the principal opposition party, which is Congress, is not taking the appropriate steps. Understand, they are less in number. They have not been taken along with the government on variety of factors. The bill, the way the bills have been passed, the government is not using the appropriate methodology. Why I'm saying appropriate methodology? Because we have got a select committee in the parliament where they are not sending the bills. So what I'm trying to say, the principal opposition party has always been raising issues in the parliament, outside the parliament. So therefore, what are we trying to say is that
Sriram, so Chetan Singh believes that the opposition is very much on track, but we are talking about the Congress party, which seems to be losing this battle already. By picking Sonia Gandhi, it has sent out the exact message that the BJP would have wanted it to send out, which is that they still are pinning their hopes on dynastic politics and that they cannot really break free from that. Why not choose other capable leaders in the party that can actually lead the party? Why go back with Sonia even as an interim chief? She can always, run the show as a UPA chairperson, or she can at least guide these new leaders should the Congress give a chance to them.
Sana, I agree with Chetan Singh when he spoke about how interest of the country is as important as the self-interest of the Congress in a sense. But I do not agree with him that the opposition is doing everything this country expects from the opposition. It is extremely disappointing. Let us not
Mr. Mittal, I'm coming to you after this.
Anybody and everybody, anybody who expected Congress to be able to put its acts together is very disappointed that from Sonia Gandhi, the baton came to Rahul Gandhi, now goes back to her. And it looks like she will hold it till either Rahul or Priyanka are willing to take it back after some point of time. This at a time when Narendra Modi has changed his entire approach to politics and decided his first year is when he will really bat on the front foot, and along with Amit Shah, triple talaq, now 370 and the bifurcation of Kashmir and the changing of the status of Jammu Kashmir from a state to a union territory. This has created a big wave of support for BJP further. As big as Pulwama, it's not being seen and felt, but it's very obvious. So BJP, with a victory of over 300
being
plus
seen as
seats,
very bold decisions.
has actually worked on taking itself, and now their ratings are even higher, and Congress is struggling. Sonia Gandhi was a wrong decision. Congress might say it's interim decision. That's not the truth. They just could not take the idea of a non-Gandhi at the helm of affairs. It was needed. Don't forget, Shashi Tharoor put his hand up and said, if asked to lead the party in the Lok Sabha, I'll be willing. Quickly he was snubbed, and Mr. Chaudhary was brought, and you saw his performance on 370 in the Lok Sabha. The party was, really embarrassed. The fact today is nobody who can better Rahul Gandhi is a choice for Congress party. They had to go back. It is very sad, and I think what may happen is people will stop sooner than later looking to Congress as an opposition to the BJP, and nature abhors vacuum. Democracy needs an opposition. opposition we'll have to look for
Absolutely.
somewhere else.
The Congress clearly
though
unable
none
to
is
look
in
beyond the
very
Gandhis.
visible
Chetan Singh,
sight
30
right
seconds, then I'm going to go to Mr. Sudhanshu Mittal and Sumit Peer for their detailed rebuttals. Yes.
See, the most important here is that, you know, I mean, whatever it is, but the fact is that this leader of opposition, interim president, is come through a very legitimate process. The legitimate process is the selection process. It is not, it is the election process, not the selection process. Here, what is important to interpret is that whatever they are doing, they have understood the mood of the nation, they have understood the pulse of the
parties
nation.
and the leadership could not zero in on a president right
there
now,
were so
and
many
therefore
people who have raised their hands.
They came to a compromise. They came to a compromise, and
Ye-
they selected Sonia Gandhi, and now the elections will take place.
There are so many.
And in all likelihood,
Agree.
in the elections,
Correct.
it's going to be another Gandhi.
See,
That's what's the problem,
see,
Chetan
but-
Singh. I'm running out of time. Just hang on. Sudhanshu Mittal and Sumit Peer. Sudhanshu Mittal first.
Mr. Singh is such an apology for the Congress that instead of addressing the issue, he wants to discuss the economic situations. We are discussing the gimmick which is being played at the Congress headquarters. So let's stick on to that and let's not digress, Mr. Singh. Secondly, for last 20 years, Mrs. Gandhi has been at the helm of affairs. And 2017, which was the nadir of the Congress, was under her leadership. It was not under the leadership of somebody else. To expect it to be resurrected by her charismatic leadership certainly is good in terms of hope. But to be realistic is more important
Sudhanshu
than
ji, in
being
84 you were just reduced to
clownish.
2 seats. You
Second,
cannot deny the
can I
fact that
finish?
you guys
I
have
did not
bounced back.
interrupt.
What
I
I'm
did
trying to
not
say,
interrupt.
these are the part and
I
parcel
did
of
not
the...
interrupt. I did not interrupt, Mr. Singh. Have some decency. You are an educated man. We are debating. We are not getting into tutu meme. The issue simple is, you are saying the congressmen have lost a chance. No. The congressmen would have still preferred it. The Gandhis would never allow it. The Gandhis would never allow the leadership of the Congress to slip on into somebody else's hand. Because when you talk about a 135-year-old party, they do not know that for the first 85 years, every single year there was a new president. They never had the tradition of continuing with the same president, because every year there used to be a Congress session and a new president would be elected. It is only after Mrs. Gandhi, Mrs. Indira Gandhi, when she took over, that the dynastic politics came down to this level of autocracy and dictatorship. And that is what has got so deeply imbibed, that now any effort to have an alternate leadership would be scuttled by the conniving Machiavellian style of orchestrating events by the Gandhi family. So let's not eulogize, let's not pretend ignorant about the
Mr.
designs
Mittal,
of
at
the
the
Gandhi
same
family.
time, Sonia Gandhi doesn't want to become a president. She said it very clearly, the way Rahul Gandhi ji and Priyanka Gandhi
So why did
said.
she become?
It is the lead.
But why did she become
the
then?
CWC
But why did she
people
become?
who has requested her.
She left the leadership of Mr. Congress, Mr. Rahul Gandhi.
This kind
And
of
now-
established autocracy
that is what I am
of
saying.
BJP
We have
is
seen
not
what is
going to be get
orchestration.
established, is not going to be get
Sir, I think
absorbed
you either
by
do
the
not know
party
the meaning of
workers and by the
orchestration,
party leaders.
or you do not know the
Therefore,
meaning of
they have
scheming,
come up with a
because
strong
you are
idea
stating something
and suggestion
which is obviously a rebuttal of what
Sonia
they are
Gandhi
saying.
ji has taken it over. Now what is
Mr.
important is to
Singh,
see
Mr.
that how
Singh,
this how
you
this
do not
political
even have
party is going
conviction
to
about what
challenge
you
the
are saying.
Congress.
Okay,
How
from
the
what I
party will
understand,
stand
Mr.
aside.
Sudhanshu Mittal, all your points
Something
taken.
and
all the-
Mr. Mittal, all your points taken. Chetan Singh here trying to make a point that in the immediate aftermath of the Lok Sabha elections and looking at the challenge of the upcoming assembly elections, the Congress party thought best that hand over the reins to Sonia Gandhi for now. Let her see us through the assembly elections, because those are the biggest challenge that we have right now. And then wait and see what we are going to do next. Sumit Peer, is this going to work? Will the Congress party be able to do much as far as the assembly elections are concerned? Because look at the states going to polls. It's Delhi, it's Jharkhand, it's Maharashtra and Haryana. It's a very tough battle. Next to impossible that the Congress party can win even 2 out of these 4 states.
Sanaji, there are 4 quick points I want to make. You see, during all the election debates we had, even on your channel, we said it's only the Prime Ministership is only between Mr. Modi and Mr. Rahul Gandhi. So that is decided. The point number 2 is, today BJP wants Mr. Rahul Gandhi to stay. They want the Gandhi Parivar to stay, because it's like their insurance for success. We discussed yesterday, because it's a very difficult situation. Congress cannot work without Gandhis. BJP also wants Gandhis to stay. So it's a Sholay kind of a situation where whichever we toss the coin, you will have head on both the sides. Point number 3 is, which is very unfortunate, the nation needed an opposition. And this opposition leadership would have been only given by the Congress. If they could get out of the dynasty and really bring up a party which could take on the BJP, which they have not decided to do. Last but not the least point is that, the opposition or the Congress, if you want something from them really to come up, it has to come out of the Congress. It has to be something like an NCP. People have to walk out of a Congress, walk out of the dynasty and build parties which can take on, which can give some kind of opposition to the BJP. Else, within the Congress, within the Nehru-Gandhi family, it is not going to happen. And one last point, you see, Mrs. Gandhi has been
Those
the
are
longest
important
serving
lessons,
president
and
of
I'll take
20
it from there that the Congress party, the opposition, owes it to the country to come up with a solution to this crisis right now, because this is going to spell doomsday if they really fail to make the right choices, which it seems, well, time will tell what the Congress party has done and what it means in the upcoming few weeks and months. Assembly elections perhaps will give us the best idea of what's happening right now. Thanks so much, all of you, Mr. Mittal, Chetan Singh, Sriram Karri and Sumit, for joining me on this edition of India Ahead at 9. A short break, news and updates continue on the other side.